Hello everyone, this is part 23 of What If Naruto Had Two Bloodlines, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to share, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Join my membership, the perks are great. It's in the description. Be sure to like and subscribe, it gives me more motivation. Enjoy. Neji chuckles to himself, to escape this horrible curse, there's no other method but death. They were twins who were virtually the same in every way, one born first, the other second, destiny was decided just by that. Like it was Lady Hinata's destiny to be born to Lord Hiashi and be a weak half-breed and lose to a true Hyuga, your destiny was decided the moment I became your opponent. Naruto was feeling sympathy for Neji, until his last line and the dark smile that crossed his lips. Neji, your destiny is to lose to me, there's no doubt, reapplying his headband. Hee, to escape this horrible curse, there's no method but death. They were twins, their strength was virtually the same, born first, born second, destiny was decided just by that, and this fight, your destiny was decided the moment I became your opponent. Your destiny is to lose to me, there's no doubt. Naruto, we won't know until it's over. I don't know how much it hurts you that your dad was killed a long time ago, but thinking that destiny is all decided because of that is a huge mistake. Neji, you're hopeless. Neji charged and in one quick moment he managed to hit Naruto with another palm thrust. Neji, examiner, it's over. Name him what he is, a loser. Neji turned to head up to the observation deck but Naruto got back up. Naruto, don't run away, I won't run, don't go back, on my word. Neji, hey, I've heard that before. Naruto, there's no way I'll lose to a coward who's always whining about destiny. Neji, an ignorant brat like you shouldn't be lecturing, people are born with a destiny they cannot oppose, you could never understand what it's like to be burned with a symbol you could never rid yourself of. Naruto, yeah, I can, and so what? Neji, Naruto, stop acting cool, you're not the only one here who's special. Hinata too, she's suffered just as much as you. A member of the Hyuga clan but only by blood, not wanted by the clan because she isn't pure, she's done all she can to be acknowledged by the clan that just shuns her. You're both the same. Regardless of whether she's a full-blooded Hyuga or only partially, she's still a member of the clan, she's still a part of the main family. You said that the branch is supposed to protect the main family, yet doing that to Hinata, in truth, you're trying your hardest to go against destiny. Hinata, Naruto. Neji, what do you know? You're dumb enough to continue trying even though you have no chance. Hey, your 64 chakra points are closed, you won't be able to use chakra for a while, how can you fight? In the end, you and Hinata share the same destiny. Naruto, shut up. Stop using that Byakugan like it gives you magic powers and so much knowledge that you know everything. Neji, then prove to me that what you say is correct. Naruto, yeah, I'm definitely gonna beat you and prove that, damn it. I don't think I can draw any of my chakra. This reminds me of the training I did, I was planning on saving that for when I really needed it, but now's as good a time as any. Neji, examiner, if he doesn't give up, I intend to K him. If you want to stop it then go ahead. Hinata, king him, no, Naruto, that's enough. Hinata began to have a coughing fit and began coughing up blood. Kiba tried to take her to get some help but she was too worried about what would happen if Naruto continued. Luckily one of the many stationed Anbu stepped in and offered to lend a hand. Hiashi was worried as well, but he was also curious as to how this match would end. Naruto, I can't lose. You're going down. Naruto closed his eyes and tried to access his second chakra. Neji could tell that he was trying to do such a thing, or something similar to it, but he didn't really care. Neji, it's pointless, I pressed your points ensuring that you couldn't use your chakra anymore. Naruto, whatever. Neji, HMPH, can I ask you one thing? Why do you go against your destiny so much? Naruto, because people called me a loser. Suddenly a spark of chakra began to appear. Neji could see this clearly, everyone could see this clearly. The little red spark of chakra soon ignited into a raging inferno of red-hot chakra. Neji, impossible. Chakra is beginning to flow out. What's going on? Neji used his Byakugan to get a clearer picture of Naruto's chakra system. Once presumed it was literally roaring. Neji, what is he? Hiashi, no way, this chakra is. Tenten, it can't be. Kotetsu, impossible. His chakra points were closed. Third, this feeling of this chakra, it is definitely the Ninetales. When did he learn? Naruto's chakra became wild and whipped around in an untamed manner. Neji, it's wrapping around him. What is that? Is that chakra? Naruto had somehow brought forth chakra of immense power. Everyone was bewildered as they thought that the match was as good as over before. Things were starting to get interesting, once again. Naruto, final round. Naruto ran to the distant trees, creating a handful of shadow clones along the way. They all soon emerged from behind the trees and attacked using a blast of red chakra. Naruto's Dragon Wave. To counter this, Neji initiated a timely rotation. He managed to repel the blasts but was soon face to face with a few of the Narutos. The closest one punched him in the stomach, but before the rest could land a blow, he used his rotation and sent the Narutos flying. Once he stopped spinning, Neji realized that this was a mistake on his part, as all but one of the Narutos had been destroyed, the one that was now right in his face. He tried to restart his defense, but it was too late. With one punch, Neji was sent rolling across the ground. He soon recovered, just in time to see Naruto only a few feet away. He immediately activated his rotation, but for a longer period this time. When he came to a stop, he noticed that the Naruto he had seen was just some afterimage. There were a few afterimages in fact. Once again he had fallen prey to Naruto's attack. He was quickly struck by numerous Narutos at a blinding pace before being sent across the stadium. Neji, when he managed to roll into a standing position as Naruto threw some shuriken his way. Using his rotation, he deflected them and threw them back. Naruto had just touched down on the wall when the shurikens were only a couple of feet away. He had no time to dodge, Neji had him. In the blink of an eye, Naruto had left an image in his place and the shurikens were now embedded in the wall. From the side, Neji noticed something coming up fast and withdrew his kunai. Naruto did the same and the clash of metal could be heard throughout the stadium. Neji, his speed has increased. When did he? The two were now in a close struggle, so Neji tried to use it to his advantage. He reached up in hopes of closing Naruto's chakra points again, but his momentum was used against him. Naruto used a monkey flip and launched Neji into the air using his feet. As he soared through the air, Neji watched his opponent closely to see Naruto become see-through. Once again Neji felt a flurry of attacks as they sped up, and he could swear that there must have been 10 Narutos striking him all at once. Naruto, shooting star. Naruto came careening at Neji, faster than he could react, and he was sent crashing into the ground. Neji, I made a mistake. I wasn't expecting him to use this technique without any sign. The last time he used this, Shadow Star, he crouched every time he used it. This was a chance for him to build his chakra and explode from his position, so fast that he actually left an imprint in the viewer's sight. Looking directly at him would be a waste of time, as my mind would trick me into believing he is before me when in reality, he is somewhere else. I should have been prepared for it the moment he revealed his tail. Neji picked himself up off the ground and closed his eyes. Hiashi, how can this be? The Hyuga with perhaps the greatest potential, being knocked around by that boy, that beast. Naruto, hey, you're confident in close combat, right? Naruto charged right for Neji, tearing up the earth as he went. Neji, wait a minute. There's Naruto, I don't know about this Hyuga destiny of hatred, or whatever, but if it's too much for you, then you don't have to do anything anymore. Neji, quickly, I must use my rotation. Naruto, I'll change the Hyuuga when I become Hokage. Right before they collided, Naruto's chakra began to form a rounder shape. The force of the collision created a huge explosion that filled the arena with a thick cloud dust. As it cleared, everyone was anxious to see who had won, especially Hinata, who was still coughing and barely hanging on. There was no way she could take any more excitement. The dust finally settled and 2 craters could be seen. Suddenly, a hand reached up from one of the craters and whoever it belonged to began to pull himself out. Everyone looked on in wonder of who it could be. Neji had pulled himself up and out of his crater, but he looked to be in bad shape. He limped over to Naruto who laid halfway out of his crater, unconscious. Hinata was now coughing worse than ever, but Tenten was relieved. Tenten, Fu, Neji's, rotation, is a technique that knocks away an opponent's attack. By being the one who was advancing, it looks like Naruto suffered the greater amount of damage. There's no genin that can beat Neji, but you were incredible Naruto, to push him this much. Neji, that attack he used just now, it was the same he used in the Forest of Death, to fight off the Sound Nins. Looks at Naruto's body, loser. Sorry, but this is reality, it's finally over, if he could still fight I might have lost. I'm nearly out of chakra. Neji noticed that there was an unusual rumbling right beneath his feet. He looked down in shock to see Naruto burst through the ground and uppercut him. As Neji fell backwards, Naruto used his tail to plant his staff in the ground and swing around it to pull off an even stronger kick. From behind the trees stepped more Narutos and they cut wires that triggered a trap of more wire that restrained Neji. Neji, ugh, this is what you were doing when you began your attack. And your charge was to distract me so I wouldn't notice the rest. Naruto, you got it, I made some more clones that stayed hidden until this moment. They were to make sure to trap you if they got the chance. Neji, haven't you learned anything? This won't work against me. Naruto, it might not have worked earlier, but I know that you barely have any chakra left. I set this up just in case I had to tire you out. Neji, you can tell, I barely have any chakra. Naruto, it's my ability, the ability of the Dragon Clan, to sense others with chakra. I can also measure the amount being used by myself or someone else. Now, are you gonna give up? Or do I have to get rough with you? Neji, never. Naruto looked over at the examiner. He declined to give up, so it's up to you. Naruto, fine. It's time to finish this. Naruto took a similar stance to that of Neji when he used his 64 palms technique. Hiyashi Neji, impossible. There's no way you could. Naruto, you're right, I could probably sort of pull it off because, it's like I said, I can tell the amount of chakra being used in an attack. All I have to do is use your example and try and hit your chakra points this time. It should be a real interesting experiment, but I plan on using another technique, one I've recently learned. Naruto jumped towards the now panicked and struggling Neji as his clone dispersed. Neji tried to use the remaining chakra he had to break free or at least block the attack, but he couldn't seem to focus enough to do it. Naruto shoved his right shoulder and left fist into Neji's torso, dumping a great deal of chakra into him as well. Naruto, pulsing wave, eyes turning white. Neji could feel multiple waves of sensation flush over his entire body as a flash of white light filled the arena and sped him from the wire's entanglement as they caught fire and he crashed to the ground. Neji, ugh, you used your shadow clone as a distraction, your main jutsu. How careless of me. Naruto, at first, I wasn't any good when it came to the clone jutsu, I just couldn't seem to figure out or understand how to do it right, it was my worst jutsu, and because of that and the fact that it would be a part of the test, I nearly failed the academy exam. Destiny can be changed. You chose to tell me your tragic story and I took that opportunity to come up with a way to win. When I used my shadow clone for cover, I figured that you'd be too proud of yourself to really notice, but even if you did I was prepared with my trap. Also, a bunch of the techniques that I used in this match were ones that I couldn't even do completely right a couple of days ago. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to figure out how to properly use them here, so I decided that I wouldn't, but something urged me to give it my all, even if I didn't do it right the first time. I would just have to keep on trying until I got it. I'll never lose to you, no matter what. I tried my hardest in this match, and it paid off. You should stop whining about stupid crap like Destiny because I think that this match could have gone either way. We both made mistakes in this fight and yet, even if I had no chance of winning I would have never given up, but you wouldn't have to worry about something like that, because you're not a loser like me. Third, being of the clan of Beast Warriors, Naruto appreciates a good fight, win or lose. Before he may not have liked Neji and he still might not, but he definitely respects him. This is a true sign of the strength Neji possesses, and the awareness of Naruto. Kurenai, I'm surprised that he was able to win against Neji. No one believed that he of all people could do it. Asuma, yeah, looks like my honorary nephew is as much of a fighter than believed. That's saying something, since most of the shinobi of the Beast Warrior clan are said to be nothing but powerfully primal brutes, so he didn't let the time given by Neji's story go to waste. He also thought of a way to restrain his opponent if the need arose. He doesn't always act like it, but he actually has some intelligence to go along with his natural power. That can be a devastating combination. Neji finally let go and passed out as Naruto Uzumaki was declared the winner. The stadium arose in an uproar. No one expected him to pull out a victory over the Hyuga. Some of the visiting feudal lords were in shock, as they had made some wagers over who would win the matches. Quite a few had bet on Neji and were soundly upset, unlike a certain Hyuga heiress who had now passed out herself. The Anbu quickly got to work at healing her. Kiba, I don't know about this, I don't even know who you are. Anbu, don't worry, I'm a doctor. The Anbu managed to heal Hinata, and Kiba noted that color had returned to her face. She was looking better already. Anbu, she'll be alright now, won't be able to watch the matches though. The Anbu got up and gradually walked away. Kiba heard Akamaru mention that the Anbu that had helped them seemed very familiar. Kiba wanted to investigate, but he decided to stay with Hinata for the time being. Hanabi, father, that boy that beat brother Neji, there's something strange about him, something familiar. Hiyashi, yes, he is a strange one. Third, hey, that's my grandson, impressive as always, maybe I should go on and train him myself, I think he's finally ready. I'll personally groom him, and one day maybe his dream of becoming Hokage will become a reality. That's something I'd like to see. Naruto could hear all the applause and cheers that his fight had earned him as he went to pick up his staff. Feeling invigorated, he took a victory lap around the arena before finally coming to a stop. It looked like he was looking for someone. Sakura, I can't believe he won, he's getting stronger and stronger, I'm starting to get kind of jealous. When I watch you fight, Naruto, I feel like I should try harder, that's an incredible thing. She then overheard some girls talking about him. They believed he would go far as a ninja, and one even said that he was kind of cute, for a shrimp. Shikamaru, he won. Seriously, I had assumed he was some lame loser type like me. Shino, lame loser. Shikamaru, and look, everyone's cheering for him, like he's totally kick-ass. I was hoping that he would lose so I wouldn't have to try so hard to win, but now, oh man. What a drag. Temari, I'm not too surprised, this is the guy that gave Gaara a hard time, looks over at Gaara. Gaara, Naruto Uzumaki. Kurenai, to pull out the Ninetales' chakra without losing himself. Asuma, yeah, most of the Leaf here are surprised. Third, Naruto, to be able to use the Ninetales' power, and to control it in a stable state, since when did he? Who taught him this? Naruto was still running around, looking into the stands. Naruto, I wonder where Hinata is, did she see me win? The medic nins rushed to collect Neji, but not before the examiner had a few words with him. Even a caged bird, if it's clever enough, will try to escape any way it can, never giving up its desire to freely fly in the sky. This time, you lost. Though Neji was unconscious, he seemed to react to the examiner's words. When he came to, the words filled his head as he recalled the events that had transpired. Then he heard one of the medic nins proclaim that Hiyashi had come. He asked if he could be left alone with Neji, and they obliged. Hiyashi passed along the truth of the day Neji's father, his brother SD. He repeated the words Hisashi had left for Neji and bowed, asking for Neji to believe what he had said. With tears streaming down his face, Neji accepted this, his father's final words. Neji, in this match I have finally understood that those who strive towards a goal that they have chosen, are truly strong. And father, I have but one goal, I want to become stronger, enough to not lose to anyone, that's how I feel now. That will be all for this video, be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below for more videos, goodbye.